I'm going to go over the $2 million marketing funnel that I have in place. Here is the marketing funnel that has brought in over $2 million for one of my clients that I have developed over the years. And I am going to do an overview of it to give you an idea of what goes into something like this. And you might have some questions throughout, so just put them in the comments below and I will answer them. Let's give you a little proof as to the over $2 million claim that I'm making, just so you know that I'm not full of BS. I have been doing marketing for about 20 years and I feel like I'm pretty dang good at it. You can see 194 purchases here for just under 700,000, 68 here for 238,000, another 161, another 101. And the hits just keep on coming, right? So all of this adds up to just over 2.3 million. I'll do a little refresh so you can see the numbers are live, they're real, they're in here. Facebook tracks them. I'm not just some BSer showing you a screenshot. Let's go into one of the other campaigns that just finished. We have 58 purchases, $50 per purchase, 2,900, just under 3,000 spent. And this is high ticket sales. So that particular offer is over a $10,000 value. So you can do the math as far as what came in, and only spending 3K, not too bad. All right, let's dive into this particular funnel. It's important to know that each step is setting up the next step. And it's also set up to allow you to set it up, run it, and it's automated throughout, to where you're not having to put a lot of time and effort into getting people into a spot to become a purchaser. It's also important to note that this is for high ticket sales or coaching program or something that has a bigger price tag. If you have widgets that just don't cost that much, you're going to be able to cut out a lot of this middle step in here. But if you are e-commerce or something else that does have a smaller price tag, just keep this in mind that you could still use a lot of what's in here, but you can skip a few steps. All right. The key here is when we start out a campaign, I have found that Facebook and Instagram ads are extremely profitable if you set them up right. And it all starts in the beginning with the content you're putting out there. So whatever your offer is, whatever your item is, your service, etc., you are going to be creating content or hiring somebody to create content, whether it be through Facebook Lives, short video clips. And in this step, video is king. While we still put out content that features images, just keep in mind, video is going to get you through this funnel a lot quicker and get you customers a lot quicker. The way this is set up is I have Facebook tracking people who have engaged, whether they've liked, commented, clicked, or watched. Facebook is tracking these folks to send them into the next step. But first, what I do is when we put this content out there, we have it in the back end for the Facebook ads platform to push out to cold audiences that we're testing within our target audience. Whether you're a dental office or selling some high ticket offer for business, for drop shipping, or you're a local service-based business, or you're a massage therapist, or your e-commerce or whatever, you are leveraging Facebook's ad platform to target people that you believe are going to be interested in what you have to say. They are going to raise their hand and say, I am interested, by when they see this content, they're either going to like it, comment, or watch it, or click on a link. And as soon as they do that, they are tracked. If they don't do it, that's okay. We don't worry about the people that don't. They are then moved to the second part of this funnel. It is important to note that this cold audience, once these people engage, they are now excluded from this cold audience and they are moved to the warm audience, where we are offering these people even more value through specific lead magnets, or things that you want to give them. Maybe it's a PDF on 5 tips for a healthy life, or 5 tips for better sleep, or 5 tips to create $1 million business, whatever it may be. This is the stuff that we are offering them in exchange for their information. So their email, their phone number, if applicable, their first name, their last name, any tidbits of information that you need for them to move them along. This is where we're asking for that information. And once they opt in, once they submit their information, they're excluded from this audience. We're not spending money on trying to get people to opt in again. This is an interesting part in the funnel where I have a 2-day minimum before I send them anything about a paid offer. But In this time, they've received whatever value that they've opted in for, and now they're in the system to get even more value. A newsletter based on the previous content that dives a little bit deeper. Maybe it's a specific video that dives a little bit deeper, or maybe there's some content that is even more valuable than what they opted in for. Because the whole point being, we are moving them through this journey by continuing to delight them, continuing to provide excellent information that helps get them to the next spot in that journey. All the while knowing that we are moving them towards a paid offer that is going to be the ultimate solution to their problem that you are attacking over here. So once they've liked, comment, clicked, once they've opted in, once they've consumed a little bit more content, and this is something you're going to have to figure out as far as, how long before you offer. I typically wait at least a few days before I offer them the specific thing, because I know the end goal isn't just to get this one and not just this one. The end goal is this high ticket offer. So I'm not too worried about trying to make a conversion right away. Now, if you only have one offer and it's a lower ticket, then you can accelerate this process and get them straight to the paid offer once you get them through this first part of the funnel. Now that we have this first paid offer, which is usually, it's like a step up in price, small price, larger price, and then the main offer being the biggest price and the most value. I have created emails that speak directly to this particular offer, introduce it, build off of whatever the problem is over here, and then offers a part of the solution here that will get them going even further to having their problem solved. And the ad campaign, again, is only targeting people who have opted into the system, not just engaged or liked or watched. They've opted into the system. They have experienced what we have to offer, and they are now getting an opportunity to scratch that itch and to have a solution to part of their problem. Each part of the funnel is to get them to move towards the larger offer. Again, this paid offer 2, optional if you don't have it. Same thing. We are targeting a warm audience. It's another step towards the main offer. In between the offer, the main offer and the paid offer, I have a step in here for book a call to break down any specific objections or questions or anything that they need to know to get them ready for this main offer. Once we're in this step of the funnel, same thing. We are retargeting them with campaigns, with ad campaigns, speaking directly to the problem that they have and the solution that we have to overcome those problems. And we are reinforcing it with emails. All along the way, we are not trying to just go straight to the offer, because the minute you do that, you haven't addressed any of the person's questions. You haven't helped them through the process. You haven't got them to a state of mind where they now know, like, and trust you, and they're ready to purchase something big from you. If you skip all those steps, you're going to have a confused potential customer that may cause you even more problems if they do purchase and then they realize it was nothing that they needed in the first place. And even worse, they may even find out that they're not even the potential customer that you were looking for. You skipped all these steps and they got to the main offer and they're like, oh, this seems like a good idea. Let me do that. And then they weren't even someone who really needed it. And then they're going to cause lots of problems with returns, et cetera. It's really important to follow this process so you can bring the person through the journey. And yes, it does cost a little bit more to get people through this first few steps and get them through the smaller offers. But the long-term value of this customer is way bigger than the long-term value of someone who skips all the spots, because they're not going to come back to you. They're not going to purchase again. They're potentially going to cause more issues, and you're going to have to use support to take care of that. So start to understand these steps in the process of starting out with valuable content, pushing that content out to a cold audience to allow them to self-select by liking, commenting, sharing, watching, then providing them even more value that is an even bigger part of the solution to their problem. Once they become part of the system, they are now being nurtured towards the paid offer. all along they're being excluded from previous ads. Then they get to the paid offer that is specific to their problem. It's a bigger solution, a deeper dive into what you're offering. Same thing for paid offer two. Maybe it's something that's part of the problem and it kind of linking into the main offer. And then again, when you get to right before you get to that main offer, we're offering way to book a call, or maybe it's an explainer video or whatever it is. It's something that allows them to get through the specifics of what the offer is. And then you are looking for the close right here at the main offer. Hopefully that gives you an idea of this overall 2 million plus dollar marketing funnel that I use and I've developed.
If you got all the way to the end of this video, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. If you have questions about any of the steps along the way, put them in the comments below and I will answer them. And if you're looking for more of a hands-on approach to going through this process step by step and building out a funnel just like the one that I built out for my client that made over $2.3 million, if you want that process, I'm offering a course that basically you're going to be able to see over my shoulder as I walk you through every step along the way and go through the ins and outs and explain the strategy behind everything and give you every bit of information you need to build out your funnel. Check that link out below and we'll see you in the next video.